So I'm giving you some brief here, like what the testing is first, and then now we are going to understand the manual testing first, and we'll see the difference between manual testing and automation testing. Now there are two categories of testing. I say like in all the cases I have said like the objective of testing itself is to find out the bugs, and if there's a bug we should be able to overcome it, or we should at least tell to the developer, here there is a bug, I need to overcome it. So check the functionality, which functionality is running correctly, which are the functionality which are running incorrectly. All these things we do in the testing case itself. Now today you are going to write the test case. It's not just going to be a theoretical here. First thing, I hope you understand like what the testing is all about and why the testing is all about. Now there are two categories of testing here, or there are two types of testing you can see here. One is manual testing and another is automation testing. In all company, we go for both the types of testing, and mostly the I can say that like a large scale company, you go for both the types of testing. Small scale company, you may go for manual testing itself. It depends on the project requirement. So now when to go for manual testing and when to go for automation testing, that also you are going to understand in this session itself. The first thing, understand what is manual testing. As the name indicate, the manual testing means testing the software feature manually. So here there's a human intervention. Human is going to check or the tester is going to check each and every functionality manually. So here there is no tools available. So here we are not using any Selenium. We are not using any kind of automation tools. So here tester take the role of the end user and test the software and identify unexpected behavior or the bugs. So here tester take, okay, now if I am the user, I like to check whether a particular piece of code is running correctly or not, or the software is running correctly or not. That is what the tester is going to do it. So here there is a main role of the tester now. So manual tester is having their test plan, test cases, or test scenarios also. So here based on the test scenario, the software testing is done now. Now here there are like a feature available, like for example, you are trying to access the login form. Now login form you are trying to open, and then once you fill the login form and there you sign okay, here you find the bug that without even giving the password, user is able to log in to your system. Is that a bug? The answer is yes. So tester need to find out now. Tester is going to check whether someone is writing the username and password and it is not even authenticated. It is not checking it is not validating it. It is just allowing to log in without proper validation. So that is also a bug. So this is just example tell you, like if you are, let's say Gmail login, just imagine someone is logging to your account and not even taking your password. So in that case, it's a biggest bug. So it creates a problem related to security also. So it's very important for us to check it. One scenario could be the username is like taken as any garbage value. Just imagine someone has written the username as a garbage value. Is it accepting? That could be the bug. Even the password, you have to check it. How many lines, how many characters you should be accepting. If you are writing the test case and saying okay, it should accept minimum 8 character, you have to write the functions for that. For each scenario, you are writing the function, and then here in this area, you are checking whether it is working or not. So the expectation is okay, now it should accept minimum 8 character. That's the expectation. And it is, you are checking now whether that expectation has matched or not. So this is all done by the tester in this case now. So here manual testing is doing everything. So tester is exploring the software, checking the errors, each and every feature here. I just say login is one of the feature where you may have username, password as a feature. So here each and every feature we need to check it. So in this case, what you see in the manual testing, you may have a unit testing, you may have integration testing, we may have system testing or user acceptance testing now. So there are the various stages where you do first the unit testing. Unit testing means like we'll be doing now, that is writing the test case and checking each and every functionality, each and every code here, each and every method here we're doing now. Okay, so these are the various stages here. Let us understand that unit testing, integration testing, system testing, and user acceptance. So this is the fourth stage. So first thing is you check the unit testing. What we do as a tester, we check each and every functionality each and every function or method, that is what we say unit testing. But when our software is integrated with other tools, we have to check the integration testing here. So there is a like a, okay, if I modify certain code, whether it is going to affect to other piece of code or not. So that is where we check the integration testing here. So there is a dependency. So this is all done in the case of integration testing. And this is what we do it in many other cases. Like for example, I modify some piece of code and we check, okay, now by modifying the certain functionality, is it affecting to other dependable functionality or not? So here we can check the integration testing. Now system testing, what we do, we check on the different environment also. So here it check like whether this is going to run on the different environment or not, whether it is working on the various browser or not, or different portable device or not. All this we can do in the case of system testing. And lastly, the user acceptance testing. So these are the various stages of manual testing here. Then now let us understand the next very, very important. So now the objective of today's session is automation testing. Why I'm saying that's the main objective, because we are going to write the test cases. So here automation testing is where you write your test cases. So here we are understanding what is automation testing. It is done by certain tools or certain programming, you can say. And it is like something where you need to do something repeatedly. We understand when to go for automation testing and how to write the test cases. So all these things we are going to understand in the automation testing. So here automation testing is also known as test automation. In this case, tester writes a script and uses another software to test the product now. Now another software, for example, you may have a Selenium for the web browser testing. You may have unit test cases, and then you are testing it. So this is what we say automation in this case. We are going to see this practically. Now in this case, automation testing means you are going to rerun the test scenario. So the benefit, let me tell you now what is the benefit of automation testing. You wrote the test cases and you may write the the various scenario in the form of code now. So here today you are going to write the test cases also first, and then you are going to check the code whether you're able to run this code correctly or not, whether your code is running or matching matching to your test cases or not. All these things we are going to see in the automation testing. So here is you are going to run test scenario and we are seeing like okay, whether it is running correctly or not. So here once you know the automation manual testing, you should definitely go for the automation testing. Now how important is the automation testing and when to go for automation testing? So I'm giving you here scenario and you have to tell me like when to go for manual and when to go for automation testing now. So you are going for let's say manual testing means obviously it is related to human efforts, right? You are running the test cases without using any tools. Whereas when you say automation testing, you are performing using certain testing tool now. So here tools like you may have tools like Seleniums, QTP, load runners, and these are like also like we'll be using we have the next workshop on the Selenium itself, that is for the web automation testing. So various tools you may use it in the case of automation testing now. Now there are various things where one is called functional automation testing. So what the functional automation testing means, you are going to check the various functionality of the project, and then you want to test it repeatedly. That is where the functional automation testing comes. So what are the benefits of automation testing? Automation testing increases the test coverage and you may test it repeatedly. It optimizes the testing speed and improve the testing quality also. So here there are several benefits. The main thing is you reduce the human cost now. Human cost means here you need to pay amount to the developer that we are in this case of automation testing, it's a one-time writing the test cases. So let's say the scenario that you have a huge project and there's a lot of changes you are doing it. Imagine if you are involving, let's say, hundreds of testers in this case for testing that software, and there's a lot of changes in the software itself. In that case, the recommendation is you should go for automation testing. Why? Because there's a lot of and this project is something very huge project, and if you try to do it manually, it is going to take a lot of time also. It is going to take a lot of human manpower also. So to reduce the manpower, you may go for the automation testing now.